Our cultural backgrounds have an effect on a lot of things that may come up in our lives. For instance, the way we communicate, our beliefs, and much more we all inherit from our culture. One thing our culture does not control is our family relationships. In the two short stories, Sunny Blues and The Woman Hollering Creek, two different cultural backgrounds are presented, but yet they both are involved in family relationship problems caused by communication. The purpose of this paper is to argue on behalf that our cultural background does not decide who and how we have family relationship problems dealing with communication. Distance is a major problem within family relationships. In Sunny Blues, Sunny and his brother, the narrator, have grown up together and feel they know each other very well. The problem is they do not. They have a really large distance in their relationship. Sunny is locked up and his brother has yet to try to get in touch with him until his downfall, as stated. And I didn't write Sunny or send him anything for a long time. When I finally did, it was just after my little girl died, and he wrote me back a letter which made me feel like a bastard. The feeling he gained from reading Sunny's letter shows how he really did not know Sonny's deep feelings and the distance between them. They felt they knew each other, but they were further away than they thought. The fact that Sonny and his brother did not talk much led to them pushing themselves further apart. In the short story, Woman Hollering Creek, the distance was between Juan, the husband, and Cleo, the wife. It is the same principle between them. They do not recognize the distance they have in their relationship. Juan is pushing Cleo away by the abuse. The continuous path of his abuse is making her turn around and go the opposite way. Both stories seem to differ, but yet are so much similar when it comes to distance. The fact that Sonny and his brother are two African Americans and Juan and Cleo are Latinos has no effect on the distance between them. They all were pushing each other away at one point. Sonny was pushing his brother away by using heroin, and Juan was pushing Cleo away by the abuse. The cultural background played no part. It was the action they perpetrated against each other. Their backgrounds, such as Sonny coming from Harlem and Cleo coming from Mexico, had nothing to do with the fact they were placing distance between their loved ones and themselves. The distance can cause problems in relationship communication. These distant relationships often lead to misunderstanding in families, as did in both stories. Sonny's brother misunderstood what Sonny felt and what he wanted to do with his life. Sonny's brother states, "Why does he want to die? He must want to die. He's killing himself. Why does he want to die?" Sonny's brother does not understand why Sonny wants to place himself in these predicaments. But Juan does not understand what his wife is feeling, and Cleo does not understand where Juan is coming from with all the abusive actions. Cleo wants a marriage such as the ones that come from soap operas, but watching these soap operas gave her a misunderstanding of what a marriage is supposed to be like. The distance and misunderstanding from above illustrates the lack of communication. Just as Sonny's brother did not write him until his daughter dies, gives off a message that he needs Sonny just as well as Sonny needs him because he is in prison. The fact it took a while for them to write each other prolonged the time they could have been able to understand better and fix their distance problem. Sonny and his brother then start to communicate better after he gets out of jail. Sonny's brother communicates love by giving him a place to stay and helping him to get on his feet. The fact that Sonny invites his brother to hear him play communicates he trusts him and wants him to understand. The fact that Sonny's brother finally comes to an understanding of his brother's pain goes to show things are capable of being fixed. Sonny's brother states, "I just watched Sonny's face. His face was troubled. He was working hard, but he wasn't with it." While there are only so much you can do with it, the only way to find this out is to try and make it do everything. The distance and misunderstanding from above illustrates the lack of communication. Just as Sonny's brother did not write him until his daughter dies, gives off a message that he needs Sonny just as well as Sonny needs him because he is in prison. The fact that it took a while for them to write each other prolonged the time they could have been able to understand better and fix their distance problem. Sonny and his brother then start to communicate better after he gets out of jail. Sonny's brother communicates love by giving him a place to stay and helping him get on his feet. The fact that Sonny invites his brother to hear him play communicates he trusts him and wants him to understand. The fact that Sonny's brother finally comes to an understanding of his brother's pain goes to show that things are capable of being fixed. Sonny's brother states, "I just watched Sonny's face. His face was troubled. He was working hard, but wasn't with it." While there are only so much you can do with it, the only way to find this out is to try and make it do everything. We all can conclude that communication is a huge part of our lives. Communication revolves around us, and it's up to us to make the connection. Whether it is dealing with distance, misunderstanding, or the lack of communication, all of it has an effect on our communication and relationships. The outcome of relationships are based on communication. The lack of communication can be caused by distance and misunderstanding, just as these two totally different relationships fought with. Sonya's brother relationship proves that with communication a relationship can make it, but on the other hand, Juan and Cleo are prime examples of how the lack or interruption of communication can make a relationship go straight down the toilet. We all sometimes do not communicate on the same level. Our different levels of communication cause misunderstanding, which pushes us apart. This causes problems within our relationship, whether we are black or Latino. Our cultural background does not affect who has this problem. Just as in these two short stories, their relationships had communication problems. Juan and Cleo had no communication in their marriage, so what? Because she had to escape without him knowing. Sonny and his brother communicated, but their communication was not strong because they had misunderstanding. The fact that the communication problem occurred in every culture goes to show that culture does not determine who has what problem. The end result of Sunny Blues is that him and his brother finally closing their distance and fix their misunderstandings. This allows the brothers to understand each other and live happily. Juan and Cleo end up not being together and fixing their communication problems, but the fact that she starts to communicate with others leads to her happiness. One of the main problems in each culture is communication.